I am outside and I can tell I am in the middle of this book because at this point getting words down is a drag. I did not have, that's very bright. I did not have a very good weekend for writing. I never get much writing done on weekends no matter what I do because my family is just not very attentive to my writing needs on weekends. But it's just been hard anyway, so when I do get time to sit down to work, it's just a fight to get anything written, and I'm not really sure how to get past that other than just getting through the sticky difficult part. And the hardest part of the scene that I am writing right now is that I have to get my characters all the way across the country without writing them traveling all the way across the country. And I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet, but at least the weather out here is really pretty. Ooh, chainsaws. I'm sitting in my car writing, and I am almost 44,000 words into this book, and I just realized, where the heck is Andrian's trident? He got it in the last book, and I have not mentioned it even once. Okay, that one was a really good session. I am at like 2,600 words for today. I did almost 5,000 yesterday, but I just finished the chapter where the main character is face to face with the big villain for the first time. They're in the room together, alone, talking, and it was kind of intense. And it's also a really long chapter, and my editor is gonna hate it. I'm really happy with how that whole sequence came out, though. I'll need to read over it again once I've had a little bit of time to clear my mind, but I have reached 60,000 words now, and it is November 15th. And things are gonna slow down just a little bit in the next few chapters, and I need to work out a couple things. I've got kind of a vacant spot in my outline where I don't really know how they're going to get from what happens in the next chapter to the next major story beat. So I need to think of something that goes in the middle that helps tie it together. But on the whole, I think it's going pretty well. So I wasn't thinking, and I ended up turning on the dishwasher, so it's gonna be like loud in the background here while I'm trying to record. But I got so caught up in the writing part this month that I didn't do anything else. I didn't do any video stuff, I didn't do any vlogging, but I have been keeping track of things on my planner, and I have been logging my writing sprints. For the most part, there were a couple of days where things were just too hectic, and I never really had a chance to sit down to do writing in specific sessions that I could track. It was more of like I'm carrying my laptop around with me as I run errands, and if I have a chance to sit down for a second, I'll type a few words. But I reached my 50,000 word mark for the month of November on the 25th, which was this past Saturday. It is Wednesday the 29th, so I've just got 2 days left, and I'm gonna call it an end for November. Paragon of Light is 87,500 words or so long, and it is running a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. I'm probably not going to be finished at 100,000 words, so this book's probably not going to be done until I'm about a week into December, which is fine. I'm happy with that. I think that's going really well. I've made very good progress. I made it, you know, up past 50,000 words, even though this month was kind of a mess, losing part of it to jury duty. And then the whole week of Thanksgiving, I was sick, so I did not feel well enough to get really good word counts, but my husband gave me a writing day on the 25th, and I sat down, and across the span of like 5 hours, I wrote about 6,000 words, and I was really happy with how everything came together. So even though I didn't write the whole week, I was thinking about what I was going to write so that when I sat down, it came out very easily. I'm still a little bit congested, a little bit sniffly, so I don't look my best, but the end of November has been a little bit rocky. I had a doctor appointment yesterday, and a lot of my lab tests are coming back abnormal, so I'm going to need to follow up with my doctor and see what that means for me, because it means that for all that I've been working really hard and I feel better, my health is actually worse than it was. You do what you can, but sometimes it's just an uphill battle. If I have a chance, I'll kind of flip through my planner and share like a look at how the word counts on the calendar page worked out for me. And I might share a little peek into my writing sprints journal, just because I think it's really interesting to look through and see how I made such big progress even when I was doing everything imperfectly. But I still have some writing I would like to do, so I'm going to spend most of my day working on that. I think for December I'm not going to do as much writing. I'm going to need to finish Paragon of Light, but then we're moving on into the editing phase. And between the holidays, my daughter's birthday, and then my daughter is going to be out on break, I'm not going to have as much free time as I did through November, even though November was kind of a mess. So I'm probably going to choose some other goals to focus on in December and work on really grounding myself to make sure I have everything planned out realistically for the beginning of the new year, so I can maximize my writing in the new year. So this is how my November ultimately ended up, and I'm just covering up some personal things there, but overall I did a pretty good job of tracking the writing that I was getting done. It was nice to be able to have a spot to write it down. And then I didn't tally up anything on the first week there, but you can see I tallied everything up, and at the end I wrote 53,577 words in the month of November, which made me a NaNoWriMo winner, and ultimately did not finish my book. I didn't end up using this page as much. I thought I would use it more to kind of see the little squares fill in a bit at a time, but since I was already tracking my word count in 2 places, I just kind of ended up forgetting about this one and not really using it. So for the next project, I think I may skip using this page. And then this was my sprint tracker, and I ended up not being able to use it every day. I sometimes would skip it if I had days where I didn't think I would be able to sit down and write sprints. Then I would just write like a little short, like a journal type entry and log my words that way. But since I have them written down in the calendar, it doesn't really matter. But you can see I wrote down like my starting word count for each day, and then I would tally up my sprints. Each column was each time that I sat down to do sprints. I had a couple of really good days, and then I had some really bad days. Overall though, I really like having the sprint journal, so I think I'm gonna keep using this through my next writing project as well. I think honestly, I'll probably end up using this more than tracking in this planner, because this is a lot more permanent for me. And I guess that's it. That's kind of my NaNoWriMo wrap up. I did not end up having the time to vlog like I wanted to, but I made good progress on my book. And right now I am at, what am I at? Okay, so right now I'm at 95,000 words, and the book is still not done. The last 2 books in the series were both at 95,000 words, like very close to it. I think one went a little bit over, one was a little bit closer to 96. But this one still needs several more chapters. I think I have like 3 or 4 chapters left to write, so I need to get on that, but I'm going to stop here because otherwise I'm just going to keep endlessly adding little video clips to this vlog, and this was supposed to be about what I wrote for NaNoWriMo. So there you go. I was a NaNoWriMo winner this year. I don't know if I'm going to do it next year. I've got some feelings about what's going on with NaNoWriMo as an organization. But I was happy to be able to get this much written in the past month, and I am really looking forward to finishing this book. So hopefully my next video will be chronicling some feelings about finishing Paragon of Light. Okay, my voice is gone. We're gonna call it a day. Bye.